Well, I didn't rehearse this thought and or any of this, and I just had I'm trying to kind of think through this. So as I'm speaking, I'm thinking, and I'm watching Myron here.
When black people are murdered by the police,
he's watching this debate. There's a lot of people on the outside, 20 people on the outside, and one by one, each of these people come up and get to debate. Now, I guess I feel like this is the reason why knowledge and education and everything was so sacred and so gate kept, because if you have the knowledge and you have a source and you say something that is and it's true, right? Because the knowledge and the research and everything behind it says it's true. But today, everybody has a little bit of knowledge, and so therefore everybody thinks that there's some type of Socrates, some type of Plato, some type of person that is the person to question the narrative or the what's par for the course, you could say. And so when you have free thinkers and you have people, well, I won't say free thinkers because that's a good thing to do, to be freely thinking about different topics. But it seems like today you see this so much. It's everywhere, where you have 19, 20-year-old, 21-year-old kids debating topics and issues that 60, 70, 80-year-old men have lived with their whole life and have yet to figure out the solution. Now, is there a solution? Could be. Could not be. But it just, when you give everybody a voice, which, that's equality, I don't think that necessarily is the greatest thing. I guess you could say the thing with voting and women voting and men voting. Why should women vote if they're not the ones fighting the wars? They're going to make the decisions to go into wars, but they're not actually having to go into wars. But back to this topic is that when you give people knowledge, that gives them a power. They think that they can go against what is. The only thing that is truth. Okay, and that's what we're all searching, seeking to find, is truth, the ultimate truth. What is true? What's true about this reality in which we live in? I know that the grass is green, and it's going to grow if you give it water and sunlight. That's true, right? But is the grass actually green? I don't know. To a colorblind person, it's not green, right? So, when you give everybody some knowledge and some power, then that gives the ability for people to go question that, to go question the narrative. And so this is why education and knowledge, books and everything else, but was so gate kept. But now we have the internet. We're in the age of revelation right now. That's what we're in. We're in the age of revelation. All that is being revealed to us through the internet and through basically the internet only. That's where most of the research is being conducted. There's in-field research and stuff like that. But as I'm sitting here watching, these kids debate each other, it's like, who are you to question what is and what isn't? Are there some people that should be questioning that because they have the accolades behind them? They're a graduate student, they're doing their master's, they're doing their field and experience in some type of area, and it's leading to a different conclusion than what is the what's par for the course? They're finding out, this is not like it is. That's the type of person. But these kids, there's so many kids out there just trying to make a name for themselves. Everybody's trying to be a Dr. Jordan Peterson. Everybody's trying to be a Sam Knowles. Everybody's trying to be Myron Gaines. Everybody's trying to be a Destiny. Everybody's trying to, well, not everybody's trying to be him, but everybody's trying to be some great philosopher now, right? Why is that?